On WTO, let me say we are looking forward to a very important and useful conference in Seattle. The President is fully committed to an agenda which allows us to move forward with very important WTO initiatives in the next round. And negotiations have been going on, but obviously negotiations will continue. We have found in WTO negotiations generally that there are lots of valleys and peaks, and the President is committed to having a very robust and good session in Seattle.
To Iran that have been thus far been rebuffed by the Iranians?
As I understand it, there are efforts going on now to transcribe and translate various aspects off the voice recorder, and the NTSB chairman Jim Hall is looking at all these activities, and where there is any obvious criminal sign, obviously the FBI is involved. But from my perspective, a diplomatic one, I think that we are working very closely with the Egyptians, and will obviously continue to do so. And I think in response to one part of your question, I want to abide by what Jim Hall has suggested, is that speculation does not help in this case at all.
Is given also the American efforts to bring China into...
There was no mistake in the message that President Yeltsin received, not only from President Clinton, but all the other heads of state there, in terms of their making clear that this was not a way to deal with the Chechen conflict, and that it was necessary to have a political solution. I think it's important that Knut Vollebæk, the chairman in office, Norwegian foreign minister, go to Chechnya in order to try to assist in terms of finding some kind of a political solution. What was evident was that the Russians themselves understand that ultimately a political settlement is necessary. We are very concerned about the humanitarian situation there and the report of Mrs. Ogata, and are looking at ways to be of further assistance on this, and basically telling the Russians that they are going down the wrong road, that their solution to this by military means is not going to bring them a solution to this problem, and that a political settlement is what is necessary. We are obviously very concerned about it, made that very clear, and I will continue to do so in what are now practically daily conversations with Foreign Minister Ivanov.
To Iran that have been thus far been rebuffed by the